I'm going live to have a chitty chat with y'all. I'm not going to be on here long, just a little bit. Um, a little conversation with you guys from earlier. I started this morning, so I'm not going to be on here long, just a little bit to talk to you guys about what's going on. I give you about few minutes to let everybody come in, because I told everybody 3:30, 4 o'clock. I'll start. All right, hey, give you guys a few minutes to come in. I just started, so give you some time to let people come in and we'll start our topic. Hey, y'all. Giving people some time to come in. Then we'll start. Once the time clock says 3 minutes, that's one more minute, and then I'll start. All right, a few more seconds, and then we're going to start talking today to finish our morning story time. Hope everybody's doing well. Trying to stay focused, trying to stay on top of things, on their topic, or whatever they have going on. A few more seconds, and then we're going to start. Hope everybody's doing well. All right, you guys, now that it's 3 minutes, let's just go ahead and get into it. So I hope when you viewed the live, you can see how it states that we're talking about restraining orders. And the reason why this is a topic in hand, because this is a new tactic that's been placed upon me. I've been doing my best to ignore these people, and it wasn't enough. As I recently have posted, as you see, the uproar of the harassment has elevated. Every year around the same time, I'm starting to notice it's a pattern of elevation of them harassing me where I have to go to some court or something like that. And the conclusion that I have gathered was that they're doing it because it's around the time where people usually get taxes or stuff like that. And so with them, they don't never want you to elevate or to have a financial gain. So they'll do things to put you back in bondage, as far as the tire slashing, as far as keeping you have to dish out your money on things other than what you want to do. So each court time that I went to court, previously, I always end up having to pay something. I had to pay like $400 one year because they try to falsify an eviction when I wasn't even supposed to be evicted. So I had to pay for that. And then when I go to court, these people don't even show up. Um, Previously, I had to go to court because someone lied and said I left their property with an unknown balance of $2,000. My rent at that time wasn't even $2,000, so I don't even know where they came to that conclusion from. And they tried to put it on me, so if I move somewhere else, it looks like I did not pay my rent. I just left, and that was falsified. But they wouldn't remove it without me going to court. Had to pay for that. So this year, The court tactic that they're putting against me is a restraining order. I know some people thinking like, okay, well, who cares if you get a restraining order that a restraining order just keeps them away from you, keep you away from them. The problem that I'm having, why I feel you don't want a restraining order put upon you, is because the restrictions that come with a restraining order. I'm gonna read you some of the information that is deemed online about restraining orders. For an example, you have different type of restraining order, which are known as a personal conduct order. This order is to stop specific acts against anyone named in the restraining order as a protected person. Some of the things that restrained persons can be ordered to stop are contacting, calling, or sending any messages, attacking, stalking, or battering, threatening, sexual assault, harassing, destroying personal property, or disturbing the peace of the protected person. The other one is called a stay away order. The stay away order, these are orders to keep the restrained person a certain distance away, like 50 or 100 yards from the protected person or persons where the protected person lives, his or her place of work, his or her children's school or places of care, their vehicle, other important places where he or she goes. A residence exclusion, excuse me. A resident exclusion is a kick out or move out order. These are orders telling the restrained person to move out from where the protected person lives and to take only clothing and personal belongings until the court hearing. These orders can be asked for domestic violence or shelter, or depends on the adults. Let me turn off my sound because every time I come on here, somebody's going to send me a notification for distraction purposes. I hope y'all can hear me. I'm talking low because I am tired. Okay, so let me tell you, those sound good, right? When you hear it, you like, okay, I don't care if I have to be asked to stay away. I want to stay away. Are you probably like, I don't care if the person get a conduct order against me. I don't want to be bothered with them anyways. But let's go into details of how it hurts you as the person if you get a restraining order against you. Why I feel this is a tactic to keep us all and like keep us from flourishing because it attacks your character even more. Even if you agree to it, I agreed to staying away from the person. I don't want to talk to them, they don't want to talk to me. But what happened is, because it's community harassment, yeah, they can put a restraining order that against that person, but what happens, people that's not named in a restraining order will take over for them. That's what they're doing. So that's why they don't care if they get a restraining order. They probably getting paid extra bucks to even have one placed against them, right? Because of course you might submit a counter restraining order, meaning in retaliation for what they're doing, you're going to say, okay, well, I'll put one against them. And then they're going to try to persuade you in saying, okay, well, since she agreed to a restraining order, do you agree to one too? No. Let me tell you why I say no. Okay, for the person to be restrained, having a restraining order against him or she have very serious consequences. When you did nothing wrong, you're a victim. So why are consequences getting placed upon you because you're thinking it's such a legit thing to do that you agree with staying away? Yeah, you agree verbally, but to have it in writing, this is what happened. You will not be able to go to certain places or do certain things. That's what they want. They want to isolate you and keep you in the house. This right here gives them the right to tell you you can't go to the supermarket at 6 o'clock. You can't go to the corner store. You can't do this. Or if we see you there, we have the right to arrest you. Okay. Then it says it says he or she might have to move out of his or her home. His or her home. They're already harassing you and want you out your residence, want you to be homeless. So they can sit there and say, well, because of this restraining order, you are not no longer able to live in this place. You have to find somewhere else to live. So once again, does it sound like this is something that you want? No, if you agree to it, because they tried to have me agree to this. The police want you and her to get a restraining order. You agree to that? And I said no. And they like, why? I was like, why do I said, first of all, if I'm the victim, why do I need a place restraining order against me? I've done nothing wrong to this lady. I have proof that she's been harassing me for over several years. So once again, can she produce proof that I've been harassing her? Well, we're not here. Then all of a sudden, we're not here for all of that. That's what the police said. That's something that you have taken to court. Then why are you here to get me to condemn? What is it? To consent to a restraining order, but you're not here for that. Anyways, next. Okay, it says may affect his or her family ability to see his or her kids. So guess what? Now you got a restraining order against you deemed by a judge. It proves that you are a violent person enough that a judge says, yeah, we need to have her restraint. We have to have him stay away from people because he's so violent. So guess what? Let's get DPS, CPS involved. Now CPS take their kids because they got a restraining order for violence or domestic violence against their neighbor or friend or family, whoever it is. And guess what? Y'all might need to take their kids. You see how deep it is? They have these underlining rules that they can use against you when you're thinking is protecting you is not. So that's why you got to fight for the finish. You got to lose sleep, do what you got to do. I have a court date tomorrow because I was driving in the same location as this lady once in my life. Once. It wasn't several times, it was once. And now she feels the need to say somebody's following her. Now she feels the need to say, I need to go to the police and get a restraining order because when the when the rabbit got tired of being chased and they turned around and said, I don't want to be chased anymore, they feel threatened. They fear for their life because they've been a bully all this time and now you don't want to get bullied anymore. That's what's going on. And they feel they have the right to tell you what to do because they feel they are the authority figure over you because they've been appointed to be the authority figure over you. They've been appointed to watch every move you do, every move you make and report. So they feel if you're giving me the authorization to watch every move this person makes, I have a right to tell them stuff and they don't have a right to say nothing to me. That's how empowered these people are becoming, right? So once again, it says he or she will generally not be able to own a GUN. I don't want to say it because sensitized. Okay, so if you own and you have a license to own, they have a right to come take that from you, or they have a right to deny you access to one. So does this sound like a protective order is in favor of you? Nope. So that's why be careful when you're thinking these things are for you. Okay, they said they have now and not be able to buy a GUN while the restraining order is ineffective, and they can be effective for 5 years. 5 years, like you're on probation for what? For standing up for yourself, okay? And it may affect his or her immigration status if he or she is trying to get a green card or a visa. If the restraining order person violates or break the restraining order, he or she may go to jail or pay a fine or both. Okay, so that's what they're saying. So you can just be minding your business and you know they know every move you make. You're going to the grocery store and they plant that person in the grocery store, right? Guess what? That person could see you. You don't even see them. And they call the police and line saying, she followed me to the grocery store. And because the police pull up and say you have a restraining order, they automatically can arrest you and ask questions later. So you're sitting in jail. Now you got a record against you. Now what that makes it hard for you to get a job. Or if you have a job, it can make you lose a job because they can put you in holding for a certain amount of time until another court date. It's just a mess. It's not for you. And they try to put it in the system to make it like it's for you. But like I said, this lady has been harassing me. I have videotape. They refuse to see my video. And it's sad that we live in a world where we have to go through this because we are deemed to be boisterous, are we deemed to be just good general people that stand up for our rights. And that's the only reason why a lot of you guys are being targeted, because you are separated from the most. You're different, you think out of the box. They don't want nobody to think out the box, they want you to be in the box. And those of you that are getting outside of the box, they're mad, they're upset because they can't control you. So this is another tactic of control mechanism where if you get a restraining order pushed against you, they're sitting there right now all having meetings. How can we control these idiots? They calling us idiots because we're different. How can we, they hate you, so they're gonna talk about you. How can we control them? If we get them to get in a violent attack with somebody, we can push a restraining order on them. And that way we can tell them where to go, where not to go, or we can scare them back into isolation. Because a lot of you guys have broke out of isolation. And so I'm trying to see if anybody making comments. No comments. I don't see any comments. But anyways, so this is another control tactic, right? What else it says? They have different type of ones where it's elder or dependent adult abuse restraining orders, which is physical, civil harassment restraining orders. What else they have? Workplace violent restraining orders. All these you guys qualify for to put that against them. But the problem is getting someone to go off of work ethics and abide by the law and not abide by what they're doing, because a lot of you guys are being harassed to the point where this harassment, if you can obtain enough evidence, is enough for you to obtain a restraining order against your neighbor, against your co-worker. So those of you that's in the workplace, let's go over what workplace restraining orders are. You can ask for a workplace restraining order if you are an employer and you ask for a restraining order to protect an employee who has suffered stalking, serious harassment, violence, or a credible threat of violence in the workplace. You qualify one. An employee cannot ask for a workplace violent restraining order if the employee wants to protect him or himself, or he or she can ask for a civil harassment restraining order. Meaning, like, if you're just saying, oh, so and so don't like me, and you want to get a restraining order, no, that's not enough. But if someone's pushing you or someone's following you around the office like they do, like I had people, you can go to the bathroom and someone goes to the bathroom with you and actually just stands in the bathroom acting like they're washing their hands, acting like something's in their eye, and then when you come out, all of a sudden, magically, their eyes is fine. Magically, magically, um, magically they need to get out the bathroom, right? But they're following you around and checking your work and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going through, you guys. Pray. That's all we can do. I pray that I get somebody with ethics. They already denied. They're already doing me wrong, okay, from process. Okay, so this lady, I live in the area 4 minutes into me driving. This lady start tailgating me, and I'm looking like, what is she doing? So I ignore her. Then when she tailgated me, I just recorded like this. I was just like in my rearview mirror where she couldn't even see me recording. I'm recording her like, why is she tailgating me? Because she's trying to get my attention. Okay. So I just recorded her and it was like, oh, then I started noticing her facial features. And I was like, that's that crazy neighbor. Whatever. So we record. So that wasn't enough because I didn't stop or get out or whatever. She comes to the side of me, so close where it wasn't even a lane where I thought that she was sideswiping me. I panicked. I'm like, did this lady just hit my car? Cause she's so close. Cause you see somebody so close, just so she can show me. I'm recording you, and I'm like, I said, what are you doing? I'm going off. You guys, this is how they put you in the trick bag. So all this is happening so fast, you don't have the mindset to say, oh, this is just a tactic. You're panicking because you're like, what the heck is she doing? Or what is he doing? He's trying to run me off a road and cause an accident. So you're driving and looking, and it makes you upset to the point where, of course, you're going to be belligerent. You're going to yell. So when you become belligerent, mind you, they're recording you. And so it looks like you're just the crazy person yelling at this person. But the person was yelling back at me as well. Okay, so now it's up to the judge, up to a police officer or someone in the court system to look at your evidence to see who was the aggressor and who wasn't. But the problem is because you're already deemed on the bad side, you think they're going to listen to what you have to say. That's why I said we pray that the code of ethics was kick in where you might have someone that's really like, this is ridiculous. I'm not about to just charge this lady for nothing. Or you're going to have somebody that want to listen. So they already don't want to listen. So upon me yelling at this lady, telling her to stop, now she supposedly fearing for her life. And she needs to get a restraining order because of this one time after the 100 times she harassed me where she feels threatened. Okay. So I get the paper. I had to pick it up at the police department. When I get there, the police department don't give you no type of information. They go, "Oh, you just have a court day." They did not explain when you guys get someone put in a restraining order, you have to respond to it almost like when you're getting a divorce decreed where someone serves you and you got to answer to what you're going to do or how you feel about it, if you deny it or not. And you only have that time frame. They didn't give me the right time frame. They supposed to give you at least a 5 day grace period to respond. They didn't. They gave it to me like on Wednesday, and I had only 2 days to hurry up and respond because my 5 days would have been up from that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then Monday. I will have to respond by Monday. That means you got to hurry up, go get the paper, download the paper, and if you, God forbid, if you work, because now you have that 30-minute or whatever time frame. I only had like 30 minutes to get from work to this destination to pick up the paperwork, to get there again, to return the paperwork. You get what I'm saying? So you couldn't do all this in one day. It takes at least 2 days to get it done. Some people might take three because when you get there, you don't have all the documents or it's too crowded. So it took me 2 days to get this done. Okay, so they didn't even tell you that you have to respond. They give you the runarounds. I get there, they're like, oh, this is not the right place to do it. Not at once. They don't tell you up front, like, this is where you're supposed to go. This is how you do it. Ask questions. I was saying, oh, so for this document, where did I go? The lady, you tell me this lady worked there. She's talking about she don't know. She said, oh, and they're so nice. They're very polite. Oh, I don't know where you supposed to take the paper out. I said, well, if I'm turning it in, don't I turn it back into you guys? I don't know. Then I go, well, can you go ask someone that does? Like, why do you have to do that? So she gets up, she go ask somebody, oh, she wants to know where does she turn in her response or how does she do it? Then she goes, oh, you got to pay $50. $50 for what? there you go. There you go. $50 for what? And luckily, I didn't have cash. I said, well, I don't have cash on me, so can I use a debit? And she goes, no, we only take cash. So let me go see what you can do. So she gets to the back and she comes back and goes, oh, never mind. You don't have to pay $50 if you're going to go get the paperwork and mail the paperwork off yourself. Okay, yeah, why you didn't give me that option to say you can pay $50 or you can do this? Lord Jesus, I'm trying to tell you guys heads up so if this ever happens to you, that you guys are aware. So if somebody put a restraining order against you, you have to do a response and you only have a 5 day grace period. At least before your court date, and always show up to your court date even if you agree to it. You want to tell your side of the story because whatever they say is going to be there. Now if you're the one who wants to put one on them, you have to turn in your response in addition to getting a counter restraining order. I submitted my counter restraining order. They're supposed to get back to me within 2 days. You think they got back to me? No, no call, no nothing. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you already felt that they was going to do that. So don't get your hopes up high and feel like, yes, I'm going to put one on you because you are the targeted victim. Always have the mindset of what's plan B, what's plan A, what's plan C, so that you don't let yourself down and you go to a depression. Because dealing with all this can really put you in a mindset of depression or stress or overwhelmed. And then you're going to be dealing with it by yourself. With all this going on, you think I had anybody ask me, how's everything going? You think I had anybody ask me, is there anything you need me to do? Do you need me to write a statement? Nothing. You're in on it by yourself. Don't matter how many people you tell, you're going to end up being in on it by yourself because that's what it is. You're in isolation. So I just wanted to come on here and I was hoping that we had some conversation or dialogue with other people that's been on there, that's been through it. Um, I don't see nobody saying anything, so I'm not going to keep you guys long. I just wanted to give you guys a full details of what to expect and what not to expect, and don't fall for it because some people I noticed was saying, like, oh yeah, like just do it or just go along with it. I'm sorry, you can't. I was trying to see if we have any comments that we can talk about in regards to just in general about the things that we're going through, not just this topic, but any topic that we was going through, but I don't see anything. So let me look real quick before I get off of here. Let's go and see if we have any comments, okay? Let's see. Um, okay, so
Hey y'all.
let's see some comments that we have. So one person commented to the video I posted this morning. It says, like they was referring to when I said, "Why would I follow a neighbor when I know where the neighbor lives?" They said that sentence is says it all. My suggestion is to get a protective order against her. I've done that before and it stopped the gang stalking. It's a setup either way. Racism is real, and I'm a redheaded Irish woman. Women have also been looking at a slave labor black this add up. It's bullying either way. I was just reading what the young lady said. I thank her for that. Um, okay, on another video, when I said they're getting us prepared.
Well, scientists are also using
About, did you guys see that
technology to
video
better.
where I said they're getting us prepared for this demonic features where you're gonna start? They're saying people are starting to see demons are the people that look demonic. Why would they use the term demonic, right? That goes to show me that they're trying to get us prepared, because you could have used any other word besides demonic. You could have said people are starting to see disfigured, people are starting to see abnormal faces, are starting to see abnormal shapes even on human faces. Okay, so when you start saying people are starting to see demonic features, why would you say demonic? Because you're getting us prepared for the demons that's being released. Everything that's being told to us that is falsified is true. So it says it's a rare disorder where man sees demonic faces. And it's supposed to be on a newscaster that used the term demonic. I would have said distorted, disfigured, not demonic. Okay, this is the video I'm talking about. Did you guys see it? Where the person is seeing the eyes, evil look like that, right? Okay, so one person says, bring awareness. That's been going on for so long. So someone says, this is nothing new. People has been proclaiming to see stuff like this. Okay. Okay, then another video, did you see it? I post where they said that they're having earbuds that they can read your mind with the earbuds, and it's for advertisement purposes, it's for marketing purposes. But me, as you guys know, I've been thinking like with these earbuds, it's not only they can read your minds, but they can implant stuff in your minds too, like MK Ultra. Like you ever see people, you'd be like, why did that person do that? And they act like they look like they're in the zone. You don't even know why they did stuff. And it says, and let's see what some of the comments says. Body communication system. That's why we are followed by ambulance. Someone saying like, regardless, they've been doing this. It's no surprise. You should watch Minority Report. Yeah, Minority Report, if you guys haven't seen that one, that's a good movie that talks about how they can predict what you're going to do based off your thoughts. So if you're just thinking, oh, I'm going to slap the crap out that person, you're thinking it. Don't mean you're going to act on it. But in Minority Report, they automatically arrest you or have you followed because it's deemed that you're going to do that action that you was thinking. What else? That's all the comments that I see that's really on there. Let's see. Let's go under the one that says divine bloodline explains gang stalking. This person just specifying that gang stalking is real, that is true. So I'm not gonna keep you guys alone. If nobody have anything to say, we are done with our live. Just want to keep you guys update. I will keep you guys update on the outcome tomorrow. It's a long time coming. Every year we get mentally prepared, and it's so hurtful and sad, especially because you keep trying to do the right thing. You keep trying to be nice to people. You keep letting your heart be open, and it pushes you away from everybody. But it's like this is what the world has came to. Is like good versus evil, and we can't give up. Just like today, you guys, I'm coming home, and they know our schedule. The same lady that is so frightened that needs a protective order sends one of her minions out her house. As soon as I come up, your company wants to leave, and they walk in the pathway that I'm walking, and they feel like they don't have to move. And I said, well, I'm going to stand my ground. I'm not going to move either. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's stuff like that that we have to deal with. The stress level is unreal, and you got to just let them do it. Because as soon as you say something, you're the aggressor. I think not. Like I would tell my kid, if you're being bullied, you gotta tell a bully to stop bullying you, or they won't stop. That's how I feel. All right, talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Um, Talk to you soon. We'll try to do another live another time. Like every Monday around this time is working for me. I'll try to do another one tomorrow, like I said, after the outcome. Talk to you guys soon. Stay prayed up. Continue praying for me as I pray for you because this is getting real.